All right, we'll see if we can do another one this morning. So this thing you guys saw, or some of you guys probably saw the weird neck joint where it was like half a dovetail here and then like almost looked like a circular puzzle piece thing that went down like this. I'll post pictures at the end of this video. Hopefully this thing comes into it. This is definitely out of Gibson's, you know, whatever era. Sometimes they were good, sometimes they were awful. This one I think was more closer to the awful side of things. Just the fit and finish isn't great. Look at this. Look at this inlay work. That's nice, huh? Don't bother finishing it. I mean, maybe those pieces fell out. Maybe the filler fell out. Maybe something happened. I see that the washers are doubled up in there, so that could mean this thing had a neck issue at some point in its life. Maybe it was heated. Maybe those things came out. Maybe the inlays fell out. There could be a lot of maybes with this guitar. But let's get the clamps off it, and we'll see how we did. I think I accidentally glued my clamps to the guitar, but it's just fish glue, so shouldn't be a big deal. All right, get in your holder. We'll see how this thing came out. Ready? And pause. All right, take these off first. There. Let's go. Why are you stuck? Why are you stuck? Okay. Must have had a little bit of glue, you know, stickies left over. Must have missed some. All right, these are definitely glued to the guitar. Let's see what happened. We don't want to take finish. What happened here? We good? Oh man, come on, let go. Let's make sure the clamps are actually not holding. There we go. There's that one. And there's that one. Okay. Oh, I think they're just stuck together more than anything. Yeah. All right. That's first. There we go. Okay. Again, that's why I use fish glue. It doesn't like to stick to finish. So if stuff like that happens, easy to remove, basically. We're getting that. Look at this. Left this whole chunk. Now see this right here, this dried fish glue, you could re-wet this stuff and it would be fine. You could reuse it, but we're not. We're gonna throw it away. We don't need to save money that much. Just get it off my clamps here. There we go. And, oh boy, that stuff is strong. Even in like a like that wasn't a good joint, still very hard to like actually break the stuff. That's why I like it. Ooh, let's clean this off before someone damages something. That's why we use cork. There we go. All right, I'll sand that out. We gotta sand that out. That's not good. Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing this because I will forget. And then you can, if you got a chunk of glue on your clamp bases, the pads, you could damage finish. So we gotta make sure there's no glue chunks left. All right, that's better. Safety first, right? Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I like it. Let's undo this. There we go. Okay. This thing was vastly underset. I mean, it was like, I don't know how it could have happened. It probably left the factory that way, because otherwise this thing looks like it's in good shape play-wise, which means what? When you have a 30, 40-year-old guitar that looks really nice, why wasn't it played? Ah, because it sucked. That's why. Look at that heel in there. It's almost like a, you guys see? It's almost like a slipper foot design here. See that? Here, let's zoom in. It's almost like a classical, which you don't see that. But yeah, that's curved in there, inward on the bottom. You see that in classical builders, but then they won't have a dovetail. They'll tuck the sides in, and that holds everything together. This is kind of like half and half. Very weird. Anyway, let's see what we got. That looks much more gooder. Yeah, that looks okay. Let's see. Let's get our straight edge just so you guys can see. I'm gonna need to replace. I might have to do a full fret job on this thing. This thing has quite the body bump happening. I'd love to be able to smooth it out, and then I could fix all this inlay nonsense, could fill all those properly, yank the frets. But here we go. Right there, dead center. It is right. I mean, there's press back here all the way, and then just that's it, right on top of the rosewood. Gonna need a new saddle, so that's cool. But neck reset successful. Make sure our side to side is all right. That looks pretty okay. And that looks pretty okay. Oh, get it in the right spot. There we go. That also looks pretty okay. Hopefully, we can eyeball it. There's a couple of pegs. Need some pegs. And here we go. All right, let's just for some alignments there. Yeah, that looks all right. It might have a slight sideways. It might be tilted just a little bit to the side, which again, these things were not known for, or these guys were not known for accuracy during this era. Yeah, I mean, look at you got more space on the side of the bridge over here than you do here. I mean, yeesh. But it'll be playable. We'll make it nice, hopefully. I hope the truss rod is strong enough to do something. Often when you see a bunch of stuff under a truss rod, it means that it's not functioning really well anymore, and people think that the fix is to put crap under it. I mean, oh, they did such a bad job with the fret ends. I wish you guys could see or maybe it was refretted only up here. It's really weird. Yeah, maybe this thing was refretted at some point. They left the nibs if they did, but these frets seem taller than these frets if you eyeball it. You can see it on the edges. Yeah, this thing is, something weird happened to this guitar at some point. And the head's, ugh. It's got a twist also. Hopefully that, oh man, this thing's wild. Here, check this out. Let's see if you guys can see it like this. Here. Go out here over the chair. There we go, that'll work. That'll work. Ready? I know it'll be kind of weird angle. Oh, wait, there we go. That'll do. Watch this, look at this. Look at the twist. Look how much tilt that headstock has down this versus up that way. It shouldn't matter much, but man, this was Gibson's. See, look at that. Trash can is very disappointed in this guitar. We have a very disappointed trash can. All right, we need a picture of that, I think. You ready? And there you go. Sorry, get in your way. Okay. Yeah, this thing, again, this was not Gibson's finest hour. Anyway, yeah, what am I gonna do? I don't want to waffle. Somebody said I was waffling before, because obviously I script all this stuff out and should have everything planned out in advance when I'm just basically going to work and videoing my morning. But sometimes you gotta figure stuff out, buddy. You can't always just, you know, hey, let's hit it with a hammer. That'll work. No, let's think about it for a second. And I'm thinking it needs new frets. I'm thinking that this is just such a drastic difference. I'll never get it to play right unless I do it right. That should go on a shirt, right? It's not going to play right unless you do it right. What do you think? You guys agree? I thought so. So let's do it right. I'm just going to do it. I may get yelled at, but what was it? Get chewed out, but I've been chewed out before. Inglorious, you know, that movie. That was a great movie. So yeah, let's refret this thing. We'll do all that time lapsed. But I should probably get this done today. Yeah, we'll time lapse this. By then, I expect there will be lots of people, and we'll end all the talkity talk parts of this. I know some of you want to hear the waffling. Oh yeah, that's right. That's where this conversation came from. Some dude said I was waffling in the comments, and I told him I love waffles, which I do. So, oh yeah, those are sharp. Meh. Okay, time to refret this thing. Thanks for watching. Do the subscribe bits. It really does help. It's right, like, on your phones, probably like right there. Okay, subscribe. Thanks. And we'll see you guys at the end for a little bit of sound check. And thanks for watching. See ya. So let's see how it came out. This one has had a few videos, I think. I'm not sure if I released them or not yet, or if I was waiting for this to be done. I might have been waiting for this to be done, but a quick update anyway. We did a refret. We're going to do a nut still. Tuner's back on. Polish it up. It's going to look cool. But here, check this out. See, this is where Gibson, 70s Gibsons get the bad rep. Look at this. Look at. I mean, center line. Anyone? Try just a little. There's not a straight line on this thing, really. If you look close, binding's a little uneven in areas. What else do we got? Oh yeah, bridge is uneven in how they cut it. Spacing on the holes are a little off. This one's farther away. This one's farther apart than this. Look at that. Look at the spacing on those. This is where people, oh, the 70s Gibsons were junk. I mean, some were. Look at that. I gotta fill that in still. I missed that one, or it needed more, but I filled in a bunch of them. Almost every one of them had stuff like that. What else? The fact that it needed a neck reset and it had that goofy neck joint in there. I mean, the 70s Gibsons. This is where the bad rep came from. Guitars just like this. We're gonna make this guitar nice, and it's probably gonna sound great. But here, not only because it's just fun to make fun of the popular brands, but this is it. This is why. Anyway, get in your holder. We'll see how this came out. Pause. Could you get any more clamps on there? No, I couldn't get any more clamps on there. Or I would have gotten. I mean, I could have gotten a couple more in there. But when you're putting pick guards down, you want it to be as flat as possible. So let's see how that worked. I've had good luck with using. Cause I know what kind of glue do you use. I've had really good luck lately with using Tolex glue. It seems to hold well. It's easy to remove. It's basically like rubber cement, so if I have to pull it back off, it's easy. I can, like the spots here, I can just kind of, do that, and they'll just kind of rub off. Giggity. And let's see how this came out. I had to cut this thing out. I had to make another goofy Gibson shape. I've got another goofy Gibson shape up on the shelf. Come on, where? Why? There we go. So, let's see. Otherwise, I think this one is hopefully done. I'd love to be done with this guitar. This is one of those ones where it's like, every time you fix one problem, it's like, oh, also this. Reason we had to take this off is it was lifting up around. I was going to leave it because it really wasn't that bad, but it was peeling up around the edges. But the reason is that I never would have been able to do these fret ends without damaging this pick guard. It would have been, I either damage the pick guard or I don't do these fret ends very well. So we can't do those things. So I didn't do either of those things. It's just because this pick guard is so sticky. Look at that. But yeah, this pick guard is like 3 times thicker than a regular pick guard, so that's going to help the tone. It's a giant chunk of plastic glued to the top of your guitar. That'll definitely get that resonance out there, Gibson. Okay, it looks all right. Less splotchy than it was before, so I guess that's what we're gonna go with. Let's see, get this off of there. All right, we'll time lapse this. You don't really need to, unless it comes off really quick. But you guys don't need to see me rubbing glue in real time. Plus, I need to drink coffee, and you probably don't want to hear me slurping on camera. Look at that. Oh yeah, see this. No one needs to see this in real time. But yeah, I'll get this cleaned off and we'll catch you after. All right, time lapse. All right, I skipped all the boring bits. You've obviously seen people remove sticky things before. We also, I polished up the old nut. Well, you guys weren't looking. It's got a little bit of a stain there, but that's all right. Looks like it might work. The slots are too tall, so I took the block and took them down a little bit. Hopefully it works. If not, I'll put a bone nut in, but we'll keep the original. If it's got the original lacquer. Ooh. And this is my very handy, my favorite tools here. It's a jeweler's vise. I think I paid $8 at a rummage sale style thing. It's fantastic. It works great for, I actually stick this in my other vise if you've seen other videos, but this thing is great. It's great for holding saddles on top of a sander or anything, you know. You can use it to hold like very tiny saddles still where you're trying to sand them on a belt sander. There we go. Someday I'll replace that broken wing nut, but that day is not today. Hang that back up. And let's see. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, it looks all right. I think we might be okay. What do you think? Zoom in and see the nut. Yeah, I think it might be all right. All right, let's throw the tuners back on. Put some strings on. Oh, we probably gonna have to change that saddle. All right. Okay. We're not quite done. This saddle's probably gonna need. I doubt that I gotta raise that saddle. I know I'm gonna raise that saddle. Okay. Tuners. Where are my tuners? There's my tuners. I think that's all parts and pieces. I'm not gonna re-drill that off. It drives me crazy. I'm not gonna mess with it. That's the original factory hole. If someone were to buy this guitar and they want me to then center that, I'd be happy to. As it is, I'm leaving it the way Gibson did it at the factory. I know, but that's gotta be original. Oh, I gotta fix that. Let's fix that. That won't take long. That's easy. A little bit of super glue. With these, we got the extra long tip pipettes this time because they're out of the other ones we usually get, and I think I like these better. Look at these things, huh? These are great. These little whippy tips there can get right up close, and you can put out a smaller amount. These things are great. And when they finally get clogged and nasty, you just throw them away because you get them in a box of like 1,000. Where's my accelerator? There's my accelerator. Okay, we'll that. Give that a couple seconds. I need a fresh razor blade on. I noticed my last ones were getting pretty beat up. Well, yeah, they're getting pretty beat up. You want them to cut, not scratch. So I need a new one. Hold on. Pausing. All right, got our stuff prepped. Got grabbed hopefully all the parts and pieces I'm gonna need, but first off, let's get those tuners back on. You guys can watch from that angle. All right, so what kind are they? Those kind. Let's flip her over and we'll do it like this. All right, sound good? Why with all the dings this morning? All right, we are definitely gonna need some incoming boss. Ding. All right. Look away. I should post like, you know, trigger warnings every time I go to grab the power drill. Warning, power tools will be used. Weenies, look away now. So you do know they use power drills at the factory, right? You know the guy with that's holding the screwdriver in the picture, like, you know, like he's putting in each screw. They actually use drills and stuff. You know that, right? Anyway. I know, boring. Probably should have just time-lapsed this one, but here we are. You guys stuck watching it. That's how it is. So many screws. This last one. Where'd it go? Where'd you guys? Oh, okay. We got it. Got it. As usual, I expect people will start showing up soon. Time lapse most of this stuff. Gets boring. We'll do a sound check thing at the end. Whoops, I almost did that wrong. Almost forgot a washer. There's more parts of top. Got it. All right, now we need more Bosch. This is my favorite part. It's like NASCAR. Ready? Ready? Close. Come on, catch. Why's that one not crouching? There it goes. You shouldn't use a drill. I was on the really low torque setting. Calm down. Calm down. It's okay. It'll be okay. Oh yeah, we gotta scrape that inlay. Now that glue is plenty dry. A brandy new razor blade. I don't want to have to do much more polishing here if I don't have to. Actually, let's see if I can just get that with a chisel. Maybe I'll just slice that right off. I've sharpened this within the last week for sure. Alright, let's hit it from the other side. There. That is almost good. Okay, just a little bit. And always scrape from different angles when you're doing this, because you won't get it flat if you don't do that. There we go. There we go. Ah, excellent. I like it. Done. Okay, let's put the nut on. I don't ever glue my nuts on now until I always put the strings on. Just don't glue it on until you're ready to go. Until it's test fitted the strings, cause ask me how I know. And we're gonna replace this saddle with a, wait for it, Martin, the Outrage. Martin pre-cut bone saddle, since it's already mostly made, and I just have to do a little minor shaping, but the width is right. It's just a hair wide. So we'll just take this down a little bit and drop it down a little more. This saddle slide is so shallow. Wow. That I couldn't just shim up the other one. And the other saddle's pretty beat up anyway, so it looks like something that was kind of not quite hackily made, but it's definitely seen better days. And this one's compensated, this one's not. So hopefully it'll play in tune better. All right. I'm just gonna sand this out on the flat block here. You guys don't need to witness that in real time, so I'll probably just skip back to when it's done. Ready, set, go.